Namaskar everyone, you're watching the news now. I'm Pooja Pandita. Let's move today's news. Ahead of the second anniversary of the abrogation of special status of J&K, BJP National General Secretary Tarun Chugh on Saturday warned Pakistan for its support to terrorism and said the people in the Union Territory want tourism and not terrorism. Mr. Chugh, who is also party in charge of Jammu and Kashmir, means no words to attack People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration (PAGD), an amalgam of several mainstream parties, including National Conference and PDP, alleging that they had been misleading Jammu and Kashmir's people at the instance of Pakistan and China. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Saturday reviewed the planning and preparedness for the upcoming celebration of Independence Day at a meeting with senior functionaries of the Union Territory Administration at the Civil Secretariat here. As the UT of J&K is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav with full zeal and enthusiasm, the Lieutenant Governor directed senior officers of the administration to ensure the celebration of Independence Day with the same grandeur and scale. The Lieutenant Governor directed Principal Secretary Rural Development Department to make arrangements for the celebration at the panchayat and block level with active involvement of public representatives and local people. The former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad is in the city on a 3-day visit. On his arrival at the airport, his supporters demanded that Congress leaders who had burnt his effigy during a protest in March should be expelled. As the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly polls are likely to be held after the completion of the delimitation exercise in the Union Territory, Azad has requested all parties, including the Congress, to be prepared and take part in the elections. China and India have missed a UN deadline to submit fresh plans for cutting their greenhouse gas emissions in time for the global body to include their pledges in a report for government at this year's Global Climate Summit. The world's two most populous countries are among dozens that failed to provide an update on their targets for curbing the release of planet warming gases to the UN Climate Change Agency by July 31st. China is the country with the third world's highest emissions, while India is third. Under the 2015 Paris Climate Accord, countries set their own emission reduction goals but are required to be transparent about them and jointly raise their targets over time to ensure that global warming remains at agreed acceptable levels. On Saturday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi pointed to flagging public confidence in policing as he called upon young officers to work towards restoring it. Citing the example of the National Disaster Response Force, he said that the police have not been able to command the same respect as the specialized organization. He also stressed upon increasing representation of women in police forces. India and China held the 12th round of the Corps commander level talks on Saturday to find a possible resolution for the nearly 15-month-long military standoff in eastern Ladakh. The meeting was held on the Chinese side of the Chushul-Moldo border personal meeting point. The talks, however, are unlikely to resolve issues in Depsang Plains and Demchok. In Depsang Plains, Chinese PLA troops are blocking Indian soldiers from accessing their traditional patrolling limits PP-10, PP-11, PP-11A, PP-12 and PP-13 in the region. India had accessed the patrolling limits in February 2020 before the standoff began last May. Thank you for watching the news now. Stay tuned.